Hi, for today's teardown, look at this. One more total station. So, another brand this time, Geodimeter. It is a model I wanted to take apart for a long time because it is quite appealing with its bright orange color. Definitely you will see them on the side of the road, and quite interesting. It seems it is a motorized one that can do things by itself, not completely sure, and they are still quite expensive on eBay despite being mostly obsolete and in not anymore working condition. Because yes, I got this one for cheap. I do not remember how much exactly, but it was less than 50 euros, I believe, because it is dead. Well, not completely dead, but still dead. First, walk around. So we have a regular adapter plate here for the tripod with a plummet, optical plummet built in. We will have a look at it later in the video. We have one big control panel and LCD. This side nothing. Here two adjustments, and here the adjustments for each one. You see it will turn more or less. Your optical piece. So the battery is located here at the bottom of the telemeter part, like such. So this one is actually empty, it was dead. I did put some screws in here to do a counterweight, because without the battery, as you can see, it is out of balance completely. So it is why you need a battery to have it balanced. And it is also big optical part here for the telemeter. Little sights here to aim at your target. This is an indicator for the battery. Is it full, in use, or completely flat? And it is all. There is a data output here on the base, and well, it is more or less all. So we will test it and see what happens. So to test it, I will just attach leads to the battery terminals in here at the top. Little springy things. Oops. It is actually quite annoying, this thing. I need to put them this way. Okay. It will take how much? 12 volts. Okay. We should be good actually to press power button, and it is giving error 54. It is a big red flag and a big no-go. It means the internal memory backup battery is dead. So it means you lost all your calibration data, and it requires a factory level overhaul. Not only replacing the dead battery, but recalibrating completely the instrument, or maybe even reloading parts of software. So it is why it was shipped on eBay. Okay, so I will immediately undo the stand piece here. So regular one in a very beautiful condition. This one, as you can see, it is worth something. completely possible to use. So there is an optical plummet, like on the other ones. I already took apart Pentax, Sokisha, Nikon, Bronze, Topcon also, 2 Topcons maybe also. So it must be my number 5 if I remember correctly. I will continue to try to get some where they are cheap. I want to do a Leica definitely, and eventually, if it does even exist, a Russian one. So we have your optical plummet viewfinder thing here, quite foggy, but it is here. So to find your center of your tripod with this little eyepiece. Apart from this, you can see a precision adjustments on this eyepiece available. Little plate here to access the prism or mirror, nothing special. Very nice part. Okay, now how to proceed? Well, the good thing is it is laying flat, except for those buttons here. So first, before I put the camera overhead, we will have a look at this little bottom access panel here to see what we have in here. We have screws here securing this part, but I do not want to undo them before I know exactly where I am going. It is Geodimeter model 510A, serial number here, made in Sweden. Hello to my Swedish viewers. I know at least 2 or 3 of them. So let's undo quickly. Excuse me, I need to rearrange stuff here. This bottom panel, see what it is hiding. 3 little countersunk screws. And now I need something to grab. Okay, not much, so I will leave it undone for now, because I do not know what will happen later. So there is a piece of rubber here to seal it, and nothing except 2 wires apparently going to the connector here, and with a probably rotary contacts. And I see nothing else. Okay, now I will put the camera over it and we will start to open it. By the way, these screws here will be quite annoying, I guess. But first, a look at the manuals that came with it. We have here a little memo card. Pantera survey. No distance, use program 1. Okay. Press program key at 1 or 2. So there is a whole deal of software apparently in this thing. Maybe the connector on the base is to load software actually. In serial. Okay, survey point M, press. Seems super user friendly, this thing. And we have the short form instructions by Geodimeter. We have any date on this thing? Copyright 1982, printed in 1982. Okay. So there is setup. So you will connect the battery. your keyboard on off switch, servo control keys. So yes, it is definitely servo control, this thing. All these things we cannot do because of error 54. So it goes like this. Main menu configuration. You will set your temperature. Display reticle. Okay. Label list. So wow. It is not for beginners. Your programs. Available software, yes. Defined registration programs. Okay. Create USD program. So maybe you can program it from the keyboard by doing a sequence of operations. ASCII table. Info codes. So the error 54 is not listed here, you can see. It is a terminal error and they did not even list it in the manual. Okay. So where to start? I will first undo both side panels. In particular this one because it is completely in the way if I want to do the other side. Regular Phillips screws here, 3 mm by 8 or 10 mm long. Round head. Little sealing washer under it. Very nice color by this instrument. And it came with matching transit case. Nice for storage, but it is quite bulky. Okay, so first thing, we have these two little adapters that go to the mechanical parts here. A bunch of these red connectors which I do not like. They are very flimsy, quite difficult to reinstall. And inside of the cover, two nice brass parts here for the buttons. Okay. So we will have a first look on this side while we are here. So apparently it is where you will insert your software, EPROMs or ROMs. You can see we have available slots, and here even it looks like we have yes, 3 slots to add plug-in memories. One fun thing you can see here, they did add one extra decoupling capacitor apparently to ground on this screw hole, but because of this they cannot insert a screw in this place and it is not screwed. So why adding a decoupling capacitor if you do not screw it correctly to the frame? What I will do on reassembly, I will try to find a little spacer which I will cut a slot in here in it, and I will put a screw. So there will be a slot in the spacer for this, but it will be it will allow to reinstall a screw. Okay, apart from that, all this stuff, do we see something that might be a microprocessor? It must be here somewhere. We have RAM here, so microprocessor must be one of those. We have crystal oscillator, okay. All those little connections. So do I undo the circuit board now, or do we first check the other side? What I will do immediately is to mark the connectors. It is already done for some of them, but to help with reassembly if I need to undo them. Like such, I guess. Should be good enough. Okay, let's check if we have the same amount of electronics on the other side. It is really a nice toy to play with. I am not sure of what I will do with this thing, by the way. It is taking a lot of space. I did not keep the other total stations I had except the Pentax. The other one were scrapped, sadly. Okay, we have a circuit board here, but it is completely hidden. Next, before I undo them, try to access the rear side of the control panel here. We have two little caps over screws, like such, because I am not sure of what will happen when I undo this panel. And here we have Allen screws. So wish me luck. I hope there will be one connector allowing easy removal of the wall control panel. First, the screws seem to be captive and they are stainless. Okay. So here this one is super annoying, the one in the middle. But thanks to a round tip Allen driver, it is not an issue. You do not want to use a round tip to unlock a screw, because they are very brittle. I did already break one, but it is good for weird access angles after you unlock the screw with the L-shape wrench. Okay. So what do we have in here? Yes, we have a control panel with a number of wires. I will also mark them. I guess, more or less. Do I have another color here? Yes. The other one is a different connector, so it is not an issue. So let's undo them. You can see, oh. Okay. So control panel is off. The screws are off. So what do we have in this compartment? Mostly a whole bunch of flat cables coming from one side to another. Okay, you have two potentiometers here, very tiny potentiometers. As you can see, the body of a potentiometer assembly is actually inside the nut part here, so it is really miniature one, two of them for doing stuff. And you have, look how they did secure those wires with little rubber grommets like this. Interesting, for sure. Okay, so is it worth having a look at this thing here? Yes, maybe. So we will first have a look at it real quick. buzzer and 5 screws securing the tube construction. So let's have a look at this. I will use one of the covers as a screw tray. And we will definitely check this control panel, then I will be able to reassemble it and go to the next part. Apparently it is quite annoying because they did use here something like this. Wow. This will unconnect. So we have one more circuit board behind here for the keyboard, but it will require ungluing this thing, so I will not do it. You can see even the inside is painted orange. Very nice. So what do we have here? I guess it might be mostly the LCD controller and keyboard sense controller. Little pin header, very delicate these things. Okay. Yes. Not much on this board here. Except we are okay. These two wires here must be for the backlight, and they were completely loose. Look at this. Wow. One was already disconnected and the other one did just disconnect like this. Okay, so not sure, maybe a little bit of a restoration project, but not sure if it will be even necessary to do it, given the unit is not going to work anymore. I will leave them in place for now. So not much, just the LCD controller and some auxiliary stuff here, but big Jamicon capacitor here. Look how they did budge it. Interesting. So I will put this back together and we will continue. So one thing I might want to do here is to secure all those wires with a big zip tie, because they are not attached whatsoever, and it will prevent any bad things to happen. Okay, it was completely out of the frame, sorry for this, but you get the idea. Okay, so well, I guess it is time to start undoing those PCBs. To check what we have behind them. So as you can see, flimsy connectors. It is a regular thing in total stations to have quite brittle and delicate connections, something which I do not understand, because those equipment are really prone to be manipulated a lot and in outside conditions by construction workers, not necessarily the most delicate people with equipment. So why not doing better connections inside? Maybe it is just to have devices returned to the workshop and bill for repairs. Okay, so we have For some reason here inside they did use slotted screws. This one is a little bit longer, there is no screw in this corner. No, this one is turning loose, so it is not for the circuit board itself. Okay, and surprise, more connections at the back. Wow. This one is difficult to reach. Wow. And one more here. And one little extra one here. Okay, wow. This will be fun to reinstall. So, the back side of this PCB, apparently some kind of a power supply converter, the famous battery that died and is responsible for all the problems. So yes, it is really the backup battery for the software. Okay, by the way, this will be fun to reinstall. Wow. So what do we have in here? Just the wires going to the middle part. You can see like this. It is the so you cannot turn it indefinitely. This one you have no rotary contacts. Nice aluminum metal bracket here on the precision adjustment thing. Here you will turn like this. The other one here for the other side, the vertical axis. Okay, is it possible to undo this thing? Let me check. Oh yes, maybe. After doing this spring, maybe it will be possible to do something and extract the bottom piece, but I have to find where the connections for it are. It looks like they are here. I see pinched wires in here at the bottom. Seems not terribly good. Okay, but first the other side. I guess I will really have fun reassembling this thing. I am keeping the screws in a compartment box, so at least it will be a little bit easier, but the connectors will be fun to deal with. I did not find so far any leveling sensor. You know, usually you have something with a bubble tube and optical pickup and or a mercury tube or something to sense the leveling, but here no. I did not find it yet. So more connectors to undo. Super fun, thank you. There seems to be connections to the rotary encoders. Okay, so this board, we have one more EEPROM, maybe with calibration data here. C31 may be another processor from Philips. A whole bunch of WIMA capacitors. Here maybe a serial EEPROM. And look at this. Bulged. Wow. Completely bulged. Did bug. I see they did glue it upside down, and they did wire it with only 4 or 5 legs are connected, it seems. Wow, interesting bulge here. Not what you expect in a very expensive instrument. Yes, it is an add-on IC. There is no footprint for an IC at it placed on the circuit board. Wow, really unexpected. A lot of nice ceramic capacitors. Okay, so we have here another layer of PCB. Here probably the rotary encoder to the horizontal axis with a lot of screws. Wow, I am not sure if I will be able to take this apart any further or not, because you know, if you have a bearing or something that goes bad and you cannot reinstall it later. Very nice work here with double-sided tape. Thank you very much. I will do something better. Just with a captain maybe. Okay, is it possible to open this thing, you think? Because we have a number of screws. So we must have in here a combination of rotary encoder and motor. But really, first we will have a look here at this board. You can see maybe it is hiding something. And look at this, we have another buzzer here. It is an old school earpiece, old school radio earpiece, and they did use it as a speaker or a buzzer. Let me grab a better tool for here. Not good. Okay, to remove this board and see what we have behind. Really intricate construction, this thing. Not teardown friendly, as you can guess. I have no clue of what will happen if I undo the first screws here and I pull this. Maybe it will just disconnect cleanly. So what do we have here? Look at this. I will not take it apart any further, but we have another hidden battery, hidden very deep in the device. Energy Products rechargeable nickel cadmium battery. So we have 2 batteries prone to failure. In this device, 7.2 volts for 9 volts applications. Assembled in Mexico. Okay. So maybe, most probably this one is completely dead also, and it is the one making the problems. So I will restart this board because there is no necessity to undo it any further. You can see this wire here is coming completely from the other side. Yes, it is a cable that was connected at the other side, and it is going in this device here. So just the wire routing in this device seems to be something quite annoying to deal with. So I will reinstall this board here because there is nothing else to see in this area. It will be one less thing to deal with later. And I will try to remove this unit here, but I am not sure what will happen. Very complicated device, as you can see. Still no leveling sensor inside. Well, interesting. No, it is still not tight. Ah, no, okay. Ah, wow. Okay. So, let's try. See what happens if I undo those 4 screws all around. If it will allow or not to undo the whole unit. Well, I will be annoyed with a wire here, but I might be able to unroute it and free completely the unit. If it is coming. I have no idea of what will happen now, so okay. It is captive because of this middle part here. So let's try to which screws do you think I need to undo? The black or the silver one? The silver one seems this one, okay. No idea. And I have no correct screwdriver for this. I will undo one and we will see if it is short or long. This one is short, definitely, so must be the other one. I believe it is retaining the whole unit in the telemeter part. Well, for some reason there is a wire going to it. Okay, not too bad. I will cleanly unroute this wire here. And we will be able to have a look at this unit. So it is really nice. You can see there is an extra layer of very serious mechanical thing here with bearing probably. Spacer here. Okay, very nicely made. So it is good news because it means we can have a look, try to have a look at this unit. 3 screws here to undo. So we have definitely one cover. I will try to undo the perimeter screws. Let's see if it will open in parts or not. It might be a quite long video today. Okay, what is happening now? Not too bad, I guess, even if there is something annoying with the wires, because they are captured here in this thing, so I will undo this also. So it looks like we have some complicated assembly, some kind of rotary angle sensor, an inductive angle sensor, maybe not optical, but we have more. Okay, it is double layer like this with this part in the middle, so some kind of resolver technology, it seems. Not what I was expecting. So does it allow, if you apply power, to be at the same time a sensor and a motor? No idea. Wow, it is definitely something else. Interesting. Not what I was expecting. So I will put this back together. You did see. Okay, it is made. I will reinstall this and we will try to undo the bottom part here, but I believe we will have the same setup. Okay, I'm back. Let's try to undo the bottom side here. This screw here was completely loose, by the way. Is it coming off or not? It is not coming off because it is retained by this wall unit here that is completely in the way, as you can see. So is there anything else I can do? I do not see anything else I can do except prying the thing out of the way by force, like such. Okay. As expected, we have the same unit here, more or less, except we have extra stuff. You see more wires here going to the bottom, and also surprise stuff here, which might be our leveling sensor. So first, here, I will quickly undo the 4 screws to try to separate this unit and see if we can find anything else under it. Then, if I can unroll this wire, okay, it is completely loose, it is good, completely separated. As you can guess, I will have some fun reinstalling this thing all back together and figuring out the connectors, even if I did mark them. Okay, is it coming off this thing? No, because we have the wall part here completely in the way. Extra fun ahead. I was planning to shoot 2 videos today, but finally I think it will be only one. Is it coming off? This thing? Okay, this will be fun to install. And I need to undo this extra part here. Give me 1 second, please. I want to check what we have under here. This one. Okay. Will it come off? It should come off, but it won't. Okay. Quite sad. I wanted to check what we have at the bottom, but there is no way to check it for any further if this part does not come off. Okay. Yes. Same deal. At least now I know what to do. Will it ever come off or not? It should be really sad if I am stuck at this point for one stuck item. Give me not sure if it is the correct noise, but it is definitely moving. There is still not enough clearance to allow see what there is inside underside. Do I undo the 3 other screws? This thing is top annoying Pro Max. Maybe. It is moving. Okay. Now we are good to see that this thing is super mega annoying because we have 2 very short wires and we have one massive circuit here. So what do? You know what? Anyways, this thing is not going to be used anytime soon, so snip. Okay. And now I have to find my pliers for this stuff. Try to undo it. I hate those rings. They can fly at your face. They can do a number of bad things. as you can see. Really not the best. Actually my pliers are too small. Let me try to grab bigger ones. Wow. It is still stuck at this level. Of course, I will put it in the vise to straighten it a little bit. Wow, it is not too bad actually. Could be worse. Okay, so now is this coming off or not? Give me 1 second on one hammer. Okay. Wow. So actually in here, nice parts, a whole bunch of rotary contacts, which is quite weird because we have only 2 wires, or it is something else actually. So while we are here, this video is already 3 hours long, so why not go to the next level. And try to undo this part. I need something to grab. No, it will not come because we have short wires, I believe. Maybe I will need to unsolder those wires here behind the plug. So we might have something else at the bottom here actually, but it will remain like this. I believe I did already do my job on taking apart this base piece. As you can see, what I will do now it is to put back together this unit the best I can, and we will continue because we are not done yet. We have something to investigate here, which might be super cool. If I can even get it free from the assembly here. More fun aid definitely. So I will be right back. So the reassembly was almost as complicated as the disassembly. So look what we have here at the bottom. We have one thing that seems very nice, but that is apparently captured by an annoying piece of wire. Let me get rid of this double-sided tape here. I see 3 Allen screws that might allow to free it. I hope it will come, because this might be the leveling sensor I was looking for. Seems fancy for sure. Does it come off? Yes. Okay. And even easier than expected. Look at this. What do we have in here? We have something. Let me wash my hands, I will be right back. So this assembly, we have a circuit board connected with pins, you can see, to whatever there is at the bottom. Two ICs here. I guess it is not necessary to undo the circuit board, but it will be necessary to open this unit here, or try to. What do you think we have here, and where should I remove screws without getting too much in trouble? I will try those 4 ones here. Looks like we have brass screws this time. Okay. Okay, it is coming open. More or less, more or less. More or less than more. There is something in the way here. I'm not sure what. Let's do more sticky tape. Seriously? Wow. Huh. It is really annoying because I want to see what there is inside, but okay. Maybe we can have a look. Like there is more electronics for sure. This screw here is doing nothing. Wow, how annoying it is. I do not want to deal with the super tiny screws here. What do we have here? Ah, okay. We have a tiny coax wire that is captured, and it is why it will not open anymore. So I really need to undo those tiny screws. I did not want to do it, but one is behind some annoying masking tape, of course. So it seems to be our level sensor, definitely. Okay. Okay. You really get the idea. Super nice silver coated shielded cable here. That will go snip like that. Okay. And now I can undo this thing. So what do we have here? Your guess is as good as mine. It looks like this part will be balanced. Yes, it is suspended, and it will not. It will sense if it is flat. And here you will pick up something, capacitive coupling and or something. And if your four capacitances are equal, it means your part is properly horizontal or something like this. It is my guess. Not technology I did see before for sure. This thing seems to be a capacitive level sensor. You always find new stuff. Okay, I will more or less put all this back together and we will continue with, I guess, the main telemeter part. Give me 1 second. So, believe it or not, everything is back together. Except for the few wires I did cut. Now we can at least have a look at the telemeter and the battery holder part. First I remove this battery and as you will see I will open it for you. But spoiler, the nickel cadmium components in here were removed a long time ago and we have screws instead. Here is what it looks like. Quite fun, they did use all wires of the same color here. With this weight inside it is almost correctly balanced. So this was pretty quick. Now this, we will first do this side. It is mostly a battery holder part, but I believe we have a circuit board behind this black plate here. So usually these parts on total stations are made of die-cast metal, but not here. It is just plastic. As you can see, little springs to keep the battery under pressure on the contacts here. And here we have this plate that are quite nice standoffs. Here you can unscrew. So at least if you have the opportunity to take apart such devices, you really get a whole bunch of nice hardware. Okay, 2 screws with washers. 2 of them there and whoops, not good. Excuse me. Okay. Everything did fall off. It is what I wanted. So what do we have here? We have this battery terminal with, interesting, a little green LED going in the middle of the optics here, and it is just connected here with this little board secured by 1 screw, and I can see, I am not sure if it would be possible to show you on camera, but we have, interestingly enough, what seems to be capacitive pass-through here. Can you see it? Let me shine a light maybe. Not a blinking light if possible. Look, we have capacitive pass-through with a metal rod soldered to the board here and nothing else on this side. Pretty heavy black plastic here, glass fiber reinforced. So the main area of interest is this side, the proper laser telemeter, because these things can measure angles and distance, angles with rotary encoders and distance with a laser telemeter. And this cover is die cast. You can see this little viewfinder part here. It is secured by 2 screws, but you could align it properly with 2 little grub screws. So really nice. Okay, we have one plastic cover like such, revealing what seems to be fiber optics completely loose. We have one wheel encoder thing here, shutter, something like this, on a set of circuit boards. So, I'll do this first. This first circuit board is coming like this. Crystal oscillator. Probably the laser, either diode or receiver. One of them. Most probably receiver because we have only 2 legs. 2 ICs like this. So is it necessary to disconnect it, or can I keep this in place? Because here I have one more circuit board to undo with one standoff like this and plastic latches like such. Here I need to undo the connector. Did I say 8 was connectors? Okay, revealing one more connector of the same kind, which is almost impossible to reach. Okay, so quite a lot of electronics here. You can see we have this, and one more board here. Maybe I can do this one. Okay, and we are still secured by the fiber optic here. Fiber optic, which one side is going, I do not know where, while the other one, let me try to undo this board also. No. Okay. Do not use pliers, please, to unscrew things. Does it come off, this thing? Okay. The whole assembly here is coming off with an interesting spring-loaded grounding thing. And here most probably the laser transmitter part. Or also receiver, we have also 2 legs. Okay, nothing on the rear side of this board, but you can see this part is completely shielded, in a shielded compartment. Interesting. So we are left with this light chopper assembly, which I believe will come off quite easily. I hope. What can we do next? We can also undo the optics, maybe a little bit. Try to. Okay, so it is your expensive piece of equipment here. Whatever it is doing, look at this. It is rotating. We have a deal with prism here connected to each one of the optical fibers. And we have input to the optical part. And the two, do you remember the 2 big black grounding wires we had in this part? It is here, they are connected. Okay, so this is definitely something special. I will not take it apart any further, I believe, because there is not much else to see. Or maybe I can undo while I am here. Try to undo those 3 screws. Probably ruining the alignment, but it is not a big deal. Will it come off or not? This assembly. No, it is completely glued in place. So I will not attempt any further. Okay. So this is good. At least this part will not be too annoying to put back together, I believe. Could be worse. What else we have to have a look at? Is it possible to unscrew here? Excuse me, it is not very convenient, this thing. Yes, this does unscrew, revealing. I will not attempt it, but I can see 4 Allen screws super deep here in those holes. So maybe with a long tool you could insert a long Allen wrench and unscrew the whole optical part. Well, it is the only access to the screws anyways, so first you could have to undo something else here, but wow, really? Yes, and it is the correct size, so you could do it like this. Really, I do not want to attempt this. Other side, we have an eyepiece you can swap. And this thing here, you could, the optical adjustment, you could maybe undo by removing this super tiny set screw. Do I attempt this or not? No, because it is stripped. Let me try another time, but okay, wow. This will be fun to reinstall. I will need super fine pliers. Where are they? Here. There are tools everywhere on my bench. You will not believe it. Okay, now it is coming. And this part might come off in some way or not. Okay. All this for nothing. But at least I did try. And now the fun part will be to reinsert the... Wow! It is a screw of the size of the screws you have in watches. But, look at this. No trouble whatsoever. Okay. I think the most trouble will be to reinstall this part here. Okay. Okay, so I believe we did see everything. This spring part will be something really fun to reinstall. Wow, really? At least it did not expand, because sometimes with seals, when you remove a seal, what happens? It will expand or not be anymore the original length, and then you will not be able to reinstall this. I'm not even sure where it was located. This thing, like this or like this. I think it might go in the scrap copper bin. Yes, definitely. Okay, so we are good. I am now on my way to put everything back together in here and start to edit this video. I might fast forward the part for the big circlip removal. But we have seen everything in this unit, so nice electronics here. I was expecting hybrids, but sadly no. Like we had in the Sokisha, definitely check this video because it had super nice electronics. Okay, I will put everything back together and put this thing back in my garage. Thanks for watching, bye bye.